we have seen quite a number of reforms that the government has made, and I can enumerate a few. One of them is open access, which has opened the subsector to many players at various points, so to speak, in the value chain, whether it's generation, transmission, distribution, and indeed power trading. So we have seen a number of players come in because of the open access arrangement. The other one is duty-free for imported equipment for generation, again, transmission and distribution, which has made the sector attractive. And it means that we can bring in equipment in the country, invest in this subsector, and the tariff will be more or less reasonable. Another very important reform is what we call single licensing, which has been introduced. This has made it easier for investors to get licenses and permits, so that instead of what used to happen before, where you had to interface about 13 government entities, now you go to only 2 or 3, make your application, and then the others wait behind that and you get your permit or license. So it has cut down on the time as well as on the cost. The other very important reform is what we call intending trader, because power projects, especially like hydro, they take long to actually develop. You're pumping in money, it takes a long time. But then you have to request or apply for VAT refunds. So that window has been lengthened. Initially it used to be 4 years, it was taken to 7, and now it's been given up to 10, which really makes, again, investment more attractive in the subsector. But we also want to see a situation where we are allowed to keep our books of accounts in dollars, because the business invests in dollars, the agreements, power purchase agreement or power supply agreements are in dollars, and yet we keep the accounts in kwacha. So you're always exchanging dollar for kwacha and so on, and that brings notional losses. But if we are allowed to keep the accounts in dollars, and you only change into kwacha at the point of paying tax, that will bring efficiency also in the sector. We have been able to see quite a number of projects being implemented by our members in the association. And each time there is a project going on, being implemented, a lot of youths are being employed during construction period. But also when the project actually is commissioned, is now up and running, those that are employed full-time are quite a good number as well. So it's creating employment opportunities for the youths. We're also seeing that some of the projects, especially in rural areas, which may not necessarily be by our companies, because ours tend to be a bit big. If you think, for example, like mini hydros and mini grids in the rural areas, they employ youths, but also they're providing power for SMEs and other small enterprises that can begin economic activities that were never there before, whether it's welding, whether it's salons, and so on. So just stimulating economic activities in rural areas by these investments is something that we are seeing quite a lot. But also I can talk about skills development, that TWG institutions are training youths in knowledge and skills concerning solar. And also even the two universities, University of Zambia as well as CBU, they're training engineers in solar knowledge. So we're actually seeing ourselves contributing towards creating a cadre of very well-skilled youths in Zambia that can run with these projects and technologies going forward.